What's up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are reacting to Invincible Episode 5. That actually hurt. Just like this show hurts my soul every week. Guys, if you want to check out the uncut reactions, you can go to patreon.com/Heroes Reforged. We have every episode of Invincible, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Superman and Lois, Mando. We've done so much stuff already, and it hasn't even been 6 months yet.
I say we just jump in, buddy. Let's do
All
this.
right,
Yes.
here we go. In on go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Huh? Oh my gosh, he's huge.
Oh god.
Rock on.
I look. I'll talk about it later. But yeah.
You mean rock hard?
No, man.
Why
Rock
would you
beat
pull out
rock.
How that works?
Rock beats scissors. Rock beats scissors, dude.
It was drawn like all the way in layers.
You can see the bone.
See the brain bone.
It's in the bone. It's in the bone.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Who is this? It's like one of the wrestlers at Nacho Libre.
Yeah. One of Satan's cavemen.
Satan's caveman right here. Isotope. He looks cool. I like his design.
Yeah.
Is it Machine Head? Yes.
It's Machine Head, baby.
Would be talking bonus time.
I love how they slightly auto-tuned the voice.
Yeah,
I love it.
He's talking through an auto tuner.
Clean. This is your life now. This is what.
This is your life now.
This
Someone
is
do
your
that
life now.
That means you work for me until I say you're fucking done.
I know where your family lives.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's badass.
One time, okay?
Oh, hugs his dad.
Meanwhile, his dad's like,
He's gonna tell Amber. I bet you he's gonna tell Amber.
He has to.
You're right.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do better.
Oh.
I'm not really in the mood.
Oh my god. Yes.
Paint costs money. You got a long ass name.
Almost spit out my water.
Oh, you're.
Love it.
This is some bullshit.
But I also know that helping someone is never beneath you.
That's true
That's
too.
right. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, Mira, look at him showing off.
Not the replication chamber, idiot.
Oh,
He fastball
that was
special.
amazing.
No, Mark, just fastball special. Then that's awesome.
Oh, hello.
Carry the two. Curse.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Battle Beast.
They brought back
Tether
the
Tyrant.
Tether Tyrant.
Magmaniac.
Tether Tyrant. I can't believe they did Tether Tyrant.
I can't believe I'm seeing this in animation. This is
I
so
know.
cool.
This is nuts.
Oh, Omni-Man, you dick. Oh.
Who's next?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, the licking of the blood.
Oh, he bathed in his blood. Yo, dude, you got no. Ay! Cabrón! Oh no!
What else do you need to see to understand the awesomeness of Battle Beast? What?
The heck?
Look at these combo moves, dude. Magnets, exploding magnets.
Holy shit.
Yo.
How can
Cecil
Oh,
just knows
man.
all, man.
Jesus.
How did?
Oh,
An Omni man was just
son of a
watching.
bitch.
Wow. I'm like happy for him, but that was a betrayal.
That's a betrayal. You got Mark hurt. I forgot that this happened in the comic, and the way they changed it is beautiful.
I got a feeling blood's still the answer.
Interesting.
Blood's the answer.
Interesting.
Man,
I'm so happy.
that action scene was amazing.
So
God
happy
damn.
with the show. They're doing a really good job of making these baddies feel bad. Like
Yeah.
Doc Seismic was awesome. I love
Yep.
the way they upgraded him. In the
Mhm.
comic, this fight doesn't last this long, and Mark
Mhm.
ends up beating most of them except for Battle Beast. Battle Beast
Mhm.
comes in and just kind of wrecks shop, which is cool. And then they're turning this into like a lesson that Omni-Man's trying to teach Mark. What the? This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I think just like a lot of stuff we've seen in the previous episodes, they like you're saying, they do a really good job taking elements that are important, at least up until where I've read, they're important moments, and they are able to somehow make them more important or more impactful, or
Right.
add another layer of like depth to it, which I think is
Yeah.
so cool. And this action sequence was so damn good. Seeing it was amazing. And then him taking a blink and looking up out into the sky and seeing his dad, and like, Dad, and then him disappearing. You're like, man, they are really, really slathering this on.
They're just
this is
twisting
going to
that
be
knife.
Just,
Oh my
just
god.
every so often, just twisting the
You
blade.
you guys, it
Huh.
was absolutely Reginald Vell Johnson as the voice of Principal Winslow. I'm
Was
looking
it?
at it right now. Yes,
Oh,
it was
hell
him.
yeah.
It was perfect.
Robert
And
Kirkman. Well, thank you.
I'm pretty sure.
You
I'm pretty
gotta
sure.
get 'em.
Vell Johnson was also voicing that doctor at the end of the episode. I'm pretty sure who was
Okay.
testing the blood. Just to go through. I mean, there's so many great. There's the voice
Well,
cast in this
let's
is
talk
amazing.
about why that's important though, Hector, because originally the principal in the comic book was modeled after Reginald Vell Johnson
Absolutely.
from Family Matters, because that volume that he was in was called Family Matters.
Yeah.
And
Volume.
in that
yeah,
It was the
that
first volume, wasn't it?
first
so.
volume was called Family Matters. The second volume was, oh my God, 8 is enough. The third
Yeah,
volume is
something like
Perfect
that.
Strangers. And so many of the subsequent volumes were named after classic sitcoms.
Mhm.
The first volume also had a character where instead of a bully picking on Amber, a bully was picking on a little dweeby kid, and it
Right.
was his name was Steve, and he was a
Yeah.
skinny black kid with glasses. So it was like, was that Urkel? Was that an Urkel
Mhm.
reference? And then Mark was like, hey man, leave him alone. Like leave Steve alone. I think even the character's name was Steve White, who's named after Steve Urkel, and then Jaleel White, who
And
played
Jaleel White, yeah.
Urkel. And Reginald Vell Johnson, yeah, he plays Principal Winslow because in Family Matters he was Carl Winslow,
Right.
but it was also Reginald Vell Johnson High School. It was like that was like the name of the high school.
Yeah.
But it's
That makes me
just
so happy, because I know we talked about when we read the comic book, like, man, wouldn't it be so cool if they got Reginald Vell Johnson to come and voice the principal? And we were kind of like, oh, it'd be amazing. It probably won't happen. But the fact that they really did get Reginald Vell Johnson is
Yeah.
I love it.
so
I love it.
cool.
Because Val Johnson's been doing a bunch of voice acting too for years, on top of just
Right.
acting in movies and TV shows. You had there's some great actors in this episode. Fred Tatasciore, who's a great voice actor. He voiced Kill Cannon. He was one of Titan's partners in the early episode, and he was also Eve's father, Samantha's father in this. Then you also had the voice of Machine Head was where is he? It was Jeffrey Donovan. Jeffrey Donovan, who is from Burn Notice and Hitch and a bunch of movies and stuff.
I recognized
Yeah.
the voice, and I was trying
Yeah.
to pinpoint who it was.
Yeah.
He has also like a little bit of like a Michael Rosenbaum sound to him.
Oh, I could see that.
You know,
Absolutely,
like,
I could see that.
because I was listening, like, I know Michael Rosenbaum's not in this show, so who is doing this voice?
Yeah.
It sounded very good.
And I believe there was also, I just saw it a second ago, but also Nicole Byer voiced Vanessa and Fiona, and that was Titan's wife and daughter. So Nicole Byer from the Bake Off series on Netflix nailed it, and a bunch of other like comedy podcasts, and she's so super funny. She voiced those two characters. Obviously Mahershala Ali as Titan.
good.
Yeah, there was. I'm trying to find who did the voice of Eve's mom in this episode. I believe it was Gray Griffin, who's also the voice of Amanda when she's in her Amanda form, not Monster Girl. But Gray Griffin also voiced Olga. She voices Shrinking Ray, and then she voiced Samantha's mom in this episode. I gotta also give it up to Carrie Payton as Black Samson.
Yep.
Carrie Payton,
Good
aka
stuff.
Cyborg from Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go,
Yeah.
like one of the best VO actors, so great. From The Walking Dead as well. Carrie Payton as Black Samson, like anytime he throws an insult back at Rex, I'm like, ooh, he's
you
great.
feel it. You feel it. It's like
good.
when your dad yells at you. That's how you feel it.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of urgency behind the voice. So okay, so we have a stacked cast, you guys. So this is what this episode brings to my mind. Super stacked cast. The talent is great. The storytelling's refined. What the F are they gonna do for this movie?
Right.
This movie's
right.
happening. This story's
Right.
refined to a point where it's like perfection.
I know.
What is gonna happen
Well,
with
not-
this live action film?
And on top of
Seth.
that, I've been thinking I've been thinking about that quite a bit recently. And the show, we don't know how many seasons it's going to be. I know we had Robert Kirkman on. He said, like, in a perfect world, it'd be this many seasons.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly how many seasons the show will go. And I think the challenge for the movie is how many movies are they going to make? Like, what's
Right.
what do you do in the first movie? Where do you end in terms of like where the comic book story goes to make the first movie like the most impactful thing possible? Is it the big moment, like the big moment with Mark that I know that us three know that is like a huge moment in the comic book, or do we go a little bit farther than that and do we explore further? Because like the show so far, 5 episodes in, we haven't touched that yet. And I do think now at this point it's more than likely going to be the season 1 finale of this, which I think is going to like break everyone's brain when it happens. So I'm curious if like that movie will use that as like the end of the first movie, or
I don't know.
Where do you go? Yeah, but I think you're right though. I think it's like a really interesting question.
Right.
I think my idea of that right now is that a live action movie would basically have to be a trimmed down version of this show.
Yeah.
Because the show is now feeling almost like a director's cut, where it's like an extended edition. Like, oh, you get to spend more time with these characters. You get to do this, you get to do that. If we were to see Invincible in a live action movie, when we see that movie, I don't think we're going to get that much time with Amber. I don't think we're going to get that much time with Debbie, frankly. I don't think we're going to get that much, I think they will focus on the father-son relationship in the movie, build out a world, introduce a bunch of fun characters. Oh, the teen team. Oh, the Guardians of the Globe. Oh, Machine Head and Titan and some bad guys. And then the movie ends. And I feel like if it gets a part 2, if it gets a part 3, like it'll just kind of keep focusing on the Mark and his storyline, because that movie is not going to have the benefit of, well, they spun off and did a Guardians of the Globe movie. They spun off and did an Adam Eve movie, so that when we come back, like Adam's in a different place, Adam Eve's in a different place, and we can, that's not what that's going to be. It's really Mark's story, and that's how it is in the comic book as well. It's just that the comic, you get so much more time, and now with the show, it's like you get so much more time.
Yeah.
So I feel like the live action movie is almost going to be a best hits, best of, which could still be awesome, but it's a thing where like if they were to come out with a live action movie, if they were to green light it tomorrow and it were to be in production by the end of the year, more people would see that movie than people are watching the show, and more people are watching the show than have ever read the comic. So it's still like one feeds into the other. If a live action movie comes out and still people love it, we're going to be snobby and go, yeah, but the show,
the animated show,
show. And then people who read the comic go, yeah, but even then the comic, like you get more stuff here and there. But right now it feels like the comic and the show are neck and neck with like how much time we get to spend, and the show's even spoiling us a little bit. So I don't know.
Here's the thing though, when we were talking to Robert Kirkman, I should say, because I don't know him personally, but when we were talking to Robert Kirkman,
Bobby,
he made it. I know Bobby, our best friend. He made it seem, even though he didn't tell us a lot, he made it seem like the movie was going to be its own thing. Like he didn't give me the impression that there was going to be a massive crossover, because I feel like he's very aware of a movie could be just a carbon copy and a shortcut of what's happening in the animated series, which I mean, the blueprint is there. It's been storyboarded out, and that's how you kind of tell us a story. Like the storyboard is there, and then you work off the storyboard and then production and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But it's how do you not fall into that trap? That's going to be the interesting thing of, you're right, Hector. It all builds on itself. Like we read the comic, we know the big moments, and that's why we're enjoying the show so much. But the movie is, do you think we'll have fatigue by that point? Do you think we'll be like, we kind of already saw this, like a lot more people know about the, what
It
happens?
depends.
And
I think you're right, Augustine. It depends on how much the film would do that's new while still being like clearly Invincible. You watch a trailer and you go, "Oh my god, they did it! They did a live action Invincible movie, and it is full on. It's Mark Grayson. It's Nolan Grayson. This is the story." But you're absolutely right. Again, Augustine, it goes back to if we watch a trailer and we sit there and we go, this just feels like kind of the same beats that we've seen in the show, but just done in live action. Then I think we are going to feel a little bit like, maybe
Fatigue,
we're fatigued. But if we see it and we go, whoa, this story seems like they're remixing it even further. What's going on here? Or I don't. There's just so many different things they can do with it.
Right.
But it's just, I think that what we're trying to say is it's just a testament to this show because it's nailing it so hard. I think we're all blown away.
Yeah.
Like I'm so blown away by the tone of this show, the incredible graphic violence of Titan, and then it cuts to like again, you seeing him with a code, and you're just like, dang, the places this show can go.
The levels of character building are just there, and it happens so efficiently, and then like it's just good.
And then you get Michael Dorn as Battle Beast.
Oh my god,
man!
I want to hear more. I want to hear him speak more because he was like, there is no honor in this fighting fleas or whatever he says.
Although I did imagine his voice being a little bit more growly, a little bit more liony, but it's fine. I'll take this because we're seeing animated Battle Beast, and that's fine.
Remember when he licked his lips with Mark's blood?
Just the blood splattered and he licked his lips.
Jesus.
He is a behemoth. And I know, Adam, you're not at the moment yet where we get to see full on Battle Beast.
I'm basically here.
You're you're still
but in the comic book, brother,
in the comic book, I mean. This is all I've seen of Battle Beast so far, I think.
This is all you've seen of Battle Beast. Yes,
bro. You don't even in the comic, you don't even fucking know.
You don't even know what Battle Beast is capable of.
Dude, shit gets crazy.
Don't even look at any comic book covers.
Yeah,
because comic book covers will spoil things that happened with Battle Beast for you. So just stay away. Just anybody who's watching this as well. If you're reading and you're not past this point, just don't look at covers. Don't just if you're reading, just read through.
Just read the comic.
Just read the comic. Just read all the way through. But there will be some spoilers if you're watching this to this point in the show, and then you read or just look at covers. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, even I do my best to try to avoid, looking at basically anything. We're on volume 7, and I've done everything known to man to just like stay away, because I know we've had a lot of people, and like this is part of the cool thing that I've loved about this experience of going through the Invincible series is we've had so many people hit us up in our Discord or on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, who have said, I didn't know anything about Invincible, or I knew very little about Invincible, but because of your guys' videos talking about the comic book, I thought, okay, I'll give the show a shot. And now I've seen the show, and I'm loving the show. So I'm now going back in and I'm reading the comics, which is cool because I know that the comics, the compendiums at least, like have been selling out on Amazon. A lot of people are trying to get the compendium so they can. So I think that's really cool. And people have asked us like, should I read the comic or should I watch the show? I'm like, watch the show, read the comic at the same time if you want, and when the season ends, just keep going.
Here's the thing: there have been on the daily, we get messages on the Invincible Discord where they're like, I just finished the series. They're like, what do I do now?
What do I do with my life? And I'm like,
now you feel how we feel. Yeah, you have an invincible shaped hole in your heart at this point forever. Because you can't get that back. But I think it's brilliant. I think everything the show is doing is fantastic. Honestly, it's one of the best animated experiences I've had in a while, and it's all props to Robert Kirkman and then
The whole
Amazon
writing
giving him a
team.
shot. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great, man. It's so good.
Yeah, and I think that's what's been super impressive is like, and I know we mentioned this in a previous episode because like Robert Kirkman came in, he was able to refine and kind of like retell his story in his own way.
Mhm.
But I think it's been a huge testament to see all the different writers who've come on board and who've also
Yeah.
been able to like pick up the baton and carry out that vision. Because I don't know exactly how many episodes he wrote other than the first one.
Mhm.
It might have been like the first 2 or something, and he's probably written more episodes. But I
Mhm.
think it's really, really, it's impressive work to see how everybody has like taken on this story and has been able to give it a little bit of like a new perspective and a new lens, but still
Mhm.
stay so true to what the comic book is and build
Yeah.
off of that.
Yeah.
which I
Robert
think is so
Kirkman
impressive.
wrote the first episode, and then we've had a different writer for each episode. And this last one that actually was written by Christine Lavath. So Christine,
Mm.
awesome job. That was
Amazing.
fantastic.
Amazing. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Christine,
Yeah.
like she's right here watching the show with us.
Yeah. Thank you. And again, props to every director and writer that's worked on any of these episodes up to
Yeah.
this point. Not
Most
even
definitely.
I mean, honestly, props to anybody who's touched any level
Yeah.
of this show.
Mhm, mhm,
Voice
mhm.
cast we adore, but also like
Yeah.
we were saying, the background
Animators,
art,
artists, background
animators,
artists, voice actors,
Paisano's
everybody.
music.
the,
Oof.
the
Oof,
Foley
music.
artists. We
Mm.
see you, dude.
Soundtrack.
We
Yeah,
hear you. The
everybody,
Foley, the
everybody.
crunching of the. It's
Mhm.
just great. But Christine Lavath, fantastic
Yeah,
job on that
yeah,
episode.
Absolutely.
That was awesome.
All right, babies, it's midnight. It's time to watch some Falcon and Winter Soldier. Let's do this.
Ooh, this is how we do. We double feature our recordings. But guys, let us know in the comments below what you thought about this episode of Invincible, episode 5. If you're reading the comic book, let us know where you are at. What volume? If you're reading the compendium, what issue? I want to know if people are jumping on, where you're at, and try to keep it spoiler free because we don't want to spoil it for anyone.
I'm doing Ultimate Edition.